Hi everyone, today we're going to be making Italian biscotti. Andiamo alla cucina and let's get started. So let's go to the kitchen, let's get started. I have butter. I'll give you the measurements in the beginning of the video. I'll post the page, but you'll have your butter. You'll need 3 eggs, lemon zest, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm doing a double batch, so you need about, I'd say, 1/2 cup of sugar. And you'll need 2 cups of flour, which I already pre-sifted. And then you'll also need the secret ingredients here. I have pecans, pistachios, almonds, walnuts. I have craisins. I have chocolate chips. And then we're gonna add some lemon zest. And my little secret ingredient is like I don't know, maybe like 2 tablespoons of amaretto. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I have the butter in here. It's been sitting room temperature, so I'm gonna start whipping that. And we're gonna add 1 egg at a time. Again, I'm making a double batch, so that's why I really don't wanna quote too much of the ingredients. So butter is whipping up. I'm gonna start adding in 1 egg at a time. And I have to tell you, I do love my KitchenAid for the simple fact that it does all the work for you and it cuts back on your time in the kitchen getting stuff prepped. So I'm gonna let this whip really good. Remember, you wanna have your eggs at room temperature. And goes another egg. Wait for it to get incorporated really well. And today is a rather hot day, so if you're baking and things are both room temperature and it's really hot, what I would suggest you do is keep it just a slight bit cooler. So I'm going to put in some lemon zest. And I'm going to add the baking powder to the flour. And you'll need 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but I'm doing a double batch, so I'm going to be using a little bit more. And the reason why I tell you to incorporate in your dry ingredients is because it just mixes better than throwing it in. It could be clumped to one side. So that's blended up good. I did, like I said, sift the flour prior. And I'm going to slowly start adding in the flour. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put in the sugar. So in goes the sugar. And you can see I'm just like little by little putting it in. Make sure it, incorporates nicely. So it feels good not to have to use 2 hands to try to do something when you have a KitchenAid or any stand mixer. If you don't have one, it's a great investment, up to you. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the amaretto. And now I'm going to start putting in the flour little by little. I have to use all of this because I'm making a double batch. So you would normally use 2 cups of flour. And I'm going to lower this because if I don't, it's going to get all over me. Make sure your eggs are room temperature though, and that they're nice and large. I'm using farm fresh eggs. It was given to me by my kumari. Because I sifted this, it just looks like it's you get more flour out of when you sift it. So. Okay. So that's blending nicely. I'm just straightening up here. Get a little clean up. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this stuff that's extra here that I don't need. About here, I'm gonna pause it because I want to scrape down the sides of the bowl. You always want to scrape down the sides and underneath, because sometimes the paddle doesn't grab what's underneath. So, and I have to tell you, you can modify this to add less sugar if you want, or more sugar. I feel like with the chocolate chips in it, and you don't have to put chocolate chips either. That's just an extra staple that I put in because my family likes it. So, all right. This batter is a little sticky, so when I do go to form my logs, about 12 inches long and about 3 inches wide, I do use gloves because I just don't like all that stuff getting in my nails, and it just makes it hard to clean up yourself afterwards. So, okay, I think that all of it basically off the paddle as well. And I'm going to continue to let this spin a little bit more. All right, I believe that's good. I don't normally mix the nuts and stuff inside the KitchenAid bowl and the mixer, but because I did it a little more coarse than usual, because you want to have the nuts coarse, I'm just going to go ahead and put them in a little bit at a time, and I'm going to let it just like sort of mix. I'm not going to let it like beat it. The lemon zest really enhances the flavor, and I think the amaretto really works well with the chocolate chips. So that's why I add it. Like I said, you can modify this recipe, use less sugar, put more sugar, up to you, but this is the basis of it. I think I have enough nuts in here. I am going to scoop out though the rest of the cranberries because I don't want those being left over. These are also the biscotti that I used in my limoncello cheesecake, where I took them and crushed them and used it as the base. So, good thing to know, you could use these recipes one within the other, which is rather nice. And the chocolate chip. Okay, so I think I got everything. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one more turn. Scrape down the bowl again. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Now these will get baked twice. They'll go in for 350 for about 40 minutes or so. You'll take them out. They'll have to sit on a cooling rack for about a half hour. Then you're going to slice them on a diagonal or across, however you want, you know, from side to side. So just like long or on an angle if you want to be fancy, up to you. basically the same thing. And then they'll go back in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, and that's where they get their nice golden crunch and crisp. Okay, I think I got all of it. Off we go. Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and take this down. Take off the paddle. And you can see here, it's a thick consistency. See how it falls off the paddle? That's what you want to achieve. It's a nice thick consistency. Guys, if you're liking these videos, you like what I'm showing you, please hit like, follow. It's important to me to see if this is working out good or not. I know when I put it on other pages and other groups, I do get a huge amount of response because they already have a following. So if you haven't already, please hit follow, hit like, go to the invite button, invite all your friends you have on Facebook, okay? Let's see who get the most requests in. All right, so I'm just gonna give this another little stir here. So I'm gonna have actually 2 logs because of the simple fact that I did a double batch. And to me, I feel like if you're gonna do this, you might as well do a double batch because you make 1 batch, it's never enough. You have company over, you put a few out, and the next thing you know it, they're taking a few with them to go home with. So, and then I always like to bake and always like to give. So I feel, in my opinion, it's good to give, not always to receive. Although some people might like vice versa, especially when it comes to baking. Okay, so I'm gonna get my gloves on and I'll be back and we'll put these in the pan. All right guys, I'm back. We're gonna go ahead and put these on the pans. I have 2 because I made double batch. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. I don't think so. I told you 350 for about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, 40, 45 minutes. You'll see when they start getting a little golden and they're nice and firm. You'll take them out, you'll slice them. Well, you'll take them out, let them rest for 30 minutes. Then you'll slice them and you'll put them back on those pans and put them back in the oven. Now, I will show you pictures of the final product. You can dip half the side in chocolate. I don't know if I'll do that today, we'll see. But let me go ahead and show you how to plate these. So I put on gloves, like I said, because it's very sticky and it is very hot out. So I'm trying to make this in half here. If you find that it's way too sticky for you, you can use a little water on your hands. So I'm gonna plate. I'll show you this in a second here, since my hands are all full of product. I am gonna wet my hands a little bit because, like I said, it's very hot out today, and everything you touch melts. So if you just wet your hands a little bit, you'll be able to plate this a little bit better onto the pan. And I'll turn this over a little bit so you can see better. You hold that, Ma? Could you hold that? Thank you. I have my mother in here assisting me. She's camera shy, so she's not going to show her face, but she's holding the paper down for me because it's sliding on me. Okay, I'm going to do the next one, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Make sure you get everything out of the bowl. And here we go with the second one. She's moving the tray over for me. Okay. I'm gonna wet my hands again because like I said, it's very hot. That butter touches your hands, it melts. So just a quick sprinkle of water on your hands and it helps out a lot. Now these do expand a little bit in the oven, so try to work it where it's a little longer and narrower. In my house, everybody likes the end pieces. They seem to be the crispier ones, so that's what they tend to like. So I try to always make sure when I bake them a second time that they're nice and firm. Okay, let me get these gloves off and I'll show you the finished look here. Like I said, this is a little messy. Okay, there they are onto the pan. Okay, about 3 inches wide, 12 inches long. One might look a little bit bigger than the other because I grabbed more on the first shot, but none to say it'll come out the same thing. I'm gonna put them in the oven at 350, okay? Then I'll take them out and we'll let them cool. We'll cut them and put them back in. All right, guys, I'm back. The biscotti are done, they're cooled off. I'm gonna show you how you could decorate these. I'm not doing the whole batch like that because I just don't eat them like that, but I like to slice mine about, I don't know, is that a ½ inch or so? I did slice some a little bit bigger, but that's okay. So you're just gonna dip the biscotti. I melted some chocolate. And these are great, it's a great idea if you're doing a baby shower and you want to decorate with pink or blue sugared sprinkles. And then we're just gonna, oh, well, no, we're not. Give me 1 second here. Guess this is a new bottle and I didn't take off the lid on the inside. There we go. But this comes out really pretty. Okay, so we coated this with some chocolate. Don't like it too thick either. So I'm gonna go ahead and place that down. Let you see it there. That's one. We'll take another one, coat it with some chocolate as well. Like I said, I only do these during the holiday with the chocolate because I feel it's a little much. But they're very pretty, nice presentation. And we're gonna sprinkle this one here with some purple. Some purple sugar. We'll do another one with pink. Then you want to let these just cool off a little bit so the chocolate gets hard and the sprinkles set. I'll plate these after and I'll take a nice picture and put them on a plate so you can see them. And then it's up to you now to go try the recipe, put a comment, tell me how you did, maybe show me a picture of how you did. That would be nice. So don't forget, send me a picture, show me how you did. I think the purple's not showing up real well here, so I'm gonna use the pink. Let those dry off. I'll plate them and then take some pictures and show you guys. Okay, what are you guys gonna do now that you've seen the video and you liked it? You're gonna press like, you're gonna hit follow, and you're gonna invite all your friends on Facebook to the page, okay? Till next time, thank you for joining me at Andiamo la Cucina. Next recipe coming soon. Bye.